All right, thanks a lot. You're watching TVC Breakfast. It's time now to check out the stories, the top stories in the newspapers this Tuesday. Starting off with the Daily Independent newspaper. The lead story there is on the reopening of the Warri Refinery, which the president has been quoted to say it's a better way to end the year, and that at 60% capacity, FG plan to ensure energy security on course, even as it also targets 3 million barrels per day crude oil production in 2024. In 2025, I should say. Now, 34% interest rate stifling business, food production. That's according to former Senate President Ahmed Lawan. ACF, that's Sarawak Consultative Forum, demands probe of Sokoto airstrike compensation. Court orders DSS to release president of Miyetti, Allah. FG 50% discount. Road travelers grow as bus owners increase trips. That's coming in the light of the 50% discount offered interstate travelers by the federal government. This Nigeria now. Warri Refinery comes alive to ease worries over petroleum products. Tinubu upbeat lauds NNPCL's reopening of the 125,000 barrels per day facility. Telcos to begin service shredding over tariff. Alleged 552.9 million naira fraud court gives EFCC go-ahead to freeze 67 bank accounts. World Bank releases $1.5 billion to Nigeria after subsidy removal. Tax bills lower inflation. Competitive forex will ensure prosperous 2025, economist tells FG. Let's check our blueprint now. Still on the reopening of Warri Refinery, that's also captured here. And on terrorism financing, EFCC gets nod to freeze 24 bank accounts. Tinubu, Obasanjo, other world leaders mourn ex-U.S. President Jimmy Carter, who passed on Sunday. We're fully prepared for hitch-free 2025 UTME, says JAMB. Let's see Nigerian News Direct now, still on Warri Refinery, as it commences production of AGO kerosene. Other stories there reads, Ogun joins other states in electricity regulation as NERC transfers powers. Telecom operators threaten service disruption if tariffs are not increased. Presidency hits back at Bauchi governor over, quote, inflammatory rhetoric. All of this and more in the Nigerian News Direct. The Nation now. Production resumes with diesel, kerosene at Warri Refinery. Tinubu, Biden, Jinping, other world leaders pay tributes to Jimmy Carter, former U.S. president who died at 100 years. Government targets 3 million barrels per day oil production, says Heineken Lokobiri, the minister there. Fubara presents 1.19 trillion naira estimates to Oko Jumbo-led Assembly. I have nothing to do with Atiku Obi, says Kwakwanso ahead of 2027. The Matrix now. Coalition against Tinubu's re-election suffers back as Kwakwanso denies agreements with Obi Atiku on rotational presidency, says ex-VP Atiku a liar at 80 years. Insists those who claim they would only serve one term cannot be trusted. Burna Boy reveals why he avoids podcast interviews. Yes, another one here. Presidency bombs Mohammed over tax reform. Comment says it's inflammatory, threatening as well. U.S. prepares state honors for late former President Jimmy Carter. The Tinubu administration also mourns, says he was a compassionate friend to Nigeria. Leadership now. Ahead of the new year, communities in fear over terror threat. Over 50 Zamfara villages deserted. We've been told of planned New Year attacks. Benue residents cry out. There's no cause for alarm. military says. How self-medication is killing Nigerians, that's also captured here. Leaders are Nigeria's problem. Former President Obasanjo says. Tinubu okays federal varsity for Southern Kaduna. And NAS releases timetable for 2025 budget passage. Finally with me is New Telegraph. FG to deploy radio frequency GNSS jammers, sources reveal. There's no power sharing pact with Atiku, Obi, Kwakwanso says. Sokoto bombing, one mistake too many, says ACF. Frequent sponge use not needed for healthy skin, a dermatologist says. FG moderates personal income tax payment for low-income earners, and Nigeria exports $119.49 million urea fertilizer in the fourth quarter of the exiting year. Ibrahim.
Right, the first with me here is the Platform Times. The Platform Times has Obasanjo to Nigerians, economic hardship temporary, stay hopeful. And you can see the picture of 6 inmates serving at Abeokuta Custodial Center, granted amnesty by Osun State government during their release on Monday. Abiodun government marginalizes Egba. 2027 will balance equation. Egba agenda chairman. Kwara, NDLEA arrested 929 for drug offenses in 12 months, says official. Tinubu hails NNPCL as Warri Refinery resumes operations at 60% capacity. Mother, 2 children escape death as vehicle rams into living room in Jigawa. Osun government grants amnesty to another convict sentenced for foul theft. 3 others at Abeokuta Custodial Center. Ogun pensioners urge Governor Abiodun to extend Christmas end-of-year bonus. Court freezes 24 bank accounts over alleged terrorism financing. Showumi warns against tribal politics, advocates inclusive engagement. And Ogun gains regulatory control over electricity market. Next is Daily Trust's newspaper. 2025 budget. 20 MDAs to spend 14.3 billion naira on computers. Justice Ministry strips vehicles to gulp 2 billion naira. Experts, CSO, ask National Assembly to scrutinize proposals. Warri Refinery, marketers hint at further petrol price cuts. On the bottom strip, EFCC to freeze 91 accounts over alleged terrorism financing, fraud. 7 die as hoodlums, security operatives clash in Anambra. No deal with Atiku, Obi on power sharing, Kwakwanso. Tariff hike or service disruptions, telecom operators vow. Currency in circulation hits 4.8 trillion naira amidst cash squeeze. 2024, malnutrition epidemics, malaria vaccination, shaped health sector. And last but not least is the nation's Sport Alive. Chukwueze out for 4 weeks, misses Supercoppa Italiana against Juve. Ronaldo open to Al Nassr exit, rules out retirement. Salah far away from signing new deal. Uzodinma leads presidential support group. No contract talk yet, says De Bruyne. Newcastle set record-breaking price tag for Isak. Ogumodade eyes Chan trophy. And Ayimba's move, no place like home, says Ide. Barca lose another appeal to register Olmo. And then the Tractor Boys claim first home EPL win. That's about it for the newspapers of review this morning.
All right, so much to read up on. Some of the papers also capture the trends that one would expect in the new year. Of course, many of these stories are developing stories. Some form of breaking news are also reflected in the paper. So just go on and, take whatever catches your fancy. Of course, we're big on information.